This was Amboseli National Park in 2021. The beauty of the park was evident, teeming with healthy wildlife. Fast forward into October 2022, this is the state of the park. Thanks to the unforgiving drought ravaging the country. Carcasses of dead wildlife are scattered in the vast savanna. As you drive through Amboseli National Park, the stench emanating from dead wildlife is what greets you. The situation could get worse should there be no rain in the near future. Some of the animals are too weak and can only lie down, probably waiting for their turn to die. We came across this elephant calf trying its best to stand on its feet, but it's almost impossible. Inside this wetland, there are carcasses of animals that were stuck in the mud for lack of strength. Though Amboseli National Park has water, many animals have died for lack of pasture. A few kilometers from here is Kimana Animal Sanctuary. This was last year. Today, this is the status. It is not different from Amboseli National Park. Carcasses of dead wildlife litter the park.
As much as it's a swampy, part of it is swampy, but the size of the parcel is not enough for the number of wildlife within Kimana Sanctuary. So it's hard hit, and because also the community around have nowhere to graze their livestock, sometimes they come in the night to try and graze, in as much as we have a lot of our security personnel within the Kimana Sanctuary, but we can see now pasture is almost completely depleted.
And that again leads to high level of human-wildlife conflict. So there's a big challenge now. We are overstretched. We don't know whether to supply water to human beings, water to livestock and wildlife. We are torn between the three. We are not sure what to do, whether to feed everybody, including people. We are now feeding over 30,000 school kids.
These vultures are waiting for the next animal to die of hunger for them to enjoy a meal. Rangers from Big Life who patrol the sanctuary have been forced to help wildlife that are stuck in the mud or unable to stand from weakness. We were informed that the blossoming of these acacia trees is an indication that rain will soon come. Due to their height, the giraffes are able to get something from the acacia to keep them alive.
This is not scientific, but approximately we've lost 30–40% of wildlife and livestock now. If it doesn't rain in the next 2–3 weeks, we will lose 50% to 60% of what we have now.
The most affected animals are antelopes, wildebeest, zebras, giraffes, and elephants, among others.
It's been nearly 2 years in a row because we only had the short rain, which was not sufficient. That is November, December last year. We missed the long rains, so it's been like 2 straight years, if not 3, because even the year before last year was also not very productive.
We were informed that in Amboseli National Park alone, in the last 2 months, 21 elephants have died due to hunger. The most hit are the elephant calves. Outside the sanctuary at Imbirikani, wildlife, livestock and people converge here, all with one common goal: to access water.
Kumekuwa na kiangazi conflicted kwa sababu wanyama pori, wanyama wa nyumbani, sisi wote tunatumia maji hapa. kwa sababu ya ukosefu ya mvua, na kungekuwa na mvua wanyama wangekuwa na maji pengine ya kunywa maji maybe kama sio hapa.
Na ni wanyama gani ambao wanakujanga hapa sana sana wa porini?
Zebra most of the time, giraffes, elephants, wanyama kama hao.
Conflict between wildlife and livestock has increased.
We've recorded a huge number of livestock being killed by elephants. That has never happened. We've been recording 1 or 2 sheep, but this time around we have recorded a lot of them. Almost every week we got an elephant stepping on calf or on sheep and goat, and that is an indicator that there is a huge conflict happening in the grazing fields.
Locals here informed us that due to their destructive nature, the elephants have been breaking water infrastructure in many areas, leaving residents and other wildlife to suffer.
Most of the time wanangoa ile chuma ya kuleta maji kule kwa tank, wanaharibu hapa hivi. Kwa hivyo sometimes ndovu wanatuharibu. Wakati tunaharibiwa na ndovu tunapata changamoto ya maji kwa sababu tunaenda maji kule mbali mahali panaitwa Ngoisuku.
Non-government organizations like Big Life have been forced to fix the mess.
With the increased drought, there is also increased encroachment of wildlife into the community spaces. So we get a lot of breakages. Wildlife are breaking the boreholes, they're breaking pipes, they are destroying tanks. So we do all those sorts of repair.
We travel more than 300 kilometers from here in Savo West ecosystem in Taita Taveta County. Things are getting from bad to worse. The wildlife has nothing to eat, leaving them weak and skinny. Water is scarce here for the animals. In July this year, the outgoing tourism CS Najibalala confirmed that the country had lost 176 elephants to drought. K24 TV learned that in the last 1 month alone, Amboseli National Park lost more than 20 elephants, the worst hit being elephant calves. Our effort to get an interview from KWS bore no fruit up the time of going on air. The 2021 National Wildlife Census showed that Kenya had 36,280 elephants. But with the angel of death strolling the parks, their numbers could be going down. Urgent measures need to be adopted to save the animals. Africa is hosting this year's COP27 in Egypt next month. One of the key issues that is set to dominate the talks is loss and damage. This mostly features on loss of people's livelihoods, culture, land, among other losses occasioned by climate change. The question is, will the discussions feature the loss of wildlife and extinction of some species? And how will this be compensated? For now, wildlife in Kenya's parks continue to struggle to survive. Jan Kaburu, K24, in Kimana, Kajiado County.